Hello and welcome to this Finnish beauty corner. Today I'm going to do a no makeup look. This is pretty much the end result, and it's really quick and easy to do with a few items, and I hope you enjoy. So let's get started. I have already washed and moisturized my face, and I decided to use today this no poreblem primer from Touch in Sol. When I want this natural looking no makeup look, I tend to prefer to minimize at least a bit my pores. As you can see, I have quite a lot of redness on my nose and my chin and a little bit on my forehead as well. I'm not going to cover that up, but I'm going to use concealer from Kix. This is a Nordic kind of several like brand. They have stores at least in Finland, Sweden and Norway, and they have this own cosmetics line, and I just found this magic concealer, high pigment and coverage, and I noticed that this is very good, very waxy kind of concealer. So I don't use it as much as a concealer, but when I want to do this very natural makeup, I really like to use this. Is kind of a peachy grayish tone, and it's really helping me to cancel the redness on my face without actually putting a lot of layers of covering to my skin. So it basically looks like I don't have much on my skin, but the redness is definitely going down. So as a foundation, I wanted to try this from Nudestix. This is new one for me. I just got it this week when I was in Stockholm. This is not sold in Finland, and I wanted to try it before I buy it because, well, of course the shade wise and or the consistency and everything. So there's a lot of brands still not sold in Finland and in Helsinki. So sometimes you need to travel to get what you want. But I'm going to try. Usually I try products like this with brush, so I'm not going to bother with any beauty blender, because that's just something I don't do. Okay, so this is very sheer coverage. I would say it's kind of like a tinted moisturizer or BB cream or something like that in a stick. It's definitely not sticking to my pores on my nose, so, and it's not cancelling all the redness in my face. Maybe I'll put just a little bit of more of this concealer I used before. I've been struggling with this kind of makeup for a while because it goes out of hand so easily. So when you start covering something up, you start thinking that okay, I want to cover this too, and then that too, and then after 15 minutes you end up covering pretty much everything on your skin, and you have a full face of makeup. But now I'm going to stop to this. As a concealer, there's a new product for me as well. I tried this Boi-ing hydrating concealer from Benefit yesterday. I bought it also from Stockholm, well, actually from Boi-ing line. Both I was having the cruise with, and this was new to me because Benefit is not sold in Finland, and I didn't know that they have this brand in those cruise ships. There is two big lines like Boi-ing line and Silja line, and those have this one day in Stockholm cruises in Finland, and I go there quite often, and I didn't know they sell Benefit, so I was quite shocked when I found out that they have this brand, because it helps a lot. I just hope that this means that someday Benefit will be sold in Finland as well, but we'll see how it goes. But I tried this once. This is very moisturizing. So again, not for if you have oily skin, not for you. But for me, as I have this maturish kind of skin with a little bit of eczema on my skin. Yes, that is totally fun to have eczema on your eyelids and eye area. And I have very dry skin, and it's -6 degrees now in outside, so it's really like harsh, cold, dry weather outside, so all the moisturization I can have is really welcome. And I like this way that because it's so hydrating, it gives you that kind of glow. You can see it in the picture in camera much more, so in real life it's not so glowy. It's these lights which does it, but it looks really natural. And again, it doesn't cancel everything from my under eye area, but to tell the truth, I don't have that much problems with my under eye area, so it's usually just a slightly darker. For sure this is going to crease on me. I don't even doubt that if I don't use powder, but actually that also doesn't bother me, so I can just do this and then it's usually okay, and I don't mind doing it a few times a day, so it's better for me to do that than to have that really dry, cranky, dry looking skin on my under eye, which doesn't look very good and which is actually very aging as well, so I try to avoid that. I'd rather deal with creasing than using too much powder. For the eyes, I'm not going to use much makeup, but I'm going to prime my eyelids. They are sometimes very dry, sometimes a bit more oily, and I found this great dupe for Urban Decay Primer Potion, and it's really similar to Milani's eyeshadow primer as well. This is from Catrice, and I think this cost like less than €4. I've been really liking this. It has this one which is not my favorite, but it feels like I don't get all the stuff out, so that's not why I don't like it. But it's this it has a slightly beige color, but it doesn't even out the skin. So again, if you want to cancel out some veins or redness or something like that on your skin, this is not your product. So there is something strange happening now with the foundation I used. The Nudestix is definitely not liking the hydrating concealer. There's a huge separation here and it doesn't stick to this skin. Interesting. It's the same thing happening in here as well, so I hope you can see it going on. Don't know what that is. Let's see if we can. It might be the concealer. I know the primer as well. So because it is a bit of thicker primer, it might be that it's not going well with the Nudestix. So I need to test that other time as well. On my cheek I'm going to use this. I just bought it from H&M. I didn't know that they have stick blushes as well, and honestly like 3 weeks ago I was thinking that it would be great that if H&M had stick blushes, because I just love cream products, and then I went to H&M and found out that they have now stick blushes. So let's see how this works. I'm really into stick products, so there's a lot of days that I'm using only stick products and mascara, and that's pretty much it. And then on highlighting, I've been loving this NYX cream highlighter. This is Chardonnay Shimmer, and this is one of the best highlighters I've ever used. So it's so natural, so beautiful. I don't understand why people are not talking about this. This is like, if you want that, it's definitely not a blinding. As you can see, it's not giving you that see from the moon kind of thing, but it's definitely the one. If you like the glowy look, if you like your skin looking a bit glowy and dewy, then this is something. No one is going to notice that you have highlighter on, but your skin is just going to look fresh and nice, so I really like that. So that's about the base. I usually, if you have seen my pics, I usually do my brows differently, but when I'm doing my no makeup look, I'm using lighter color. I'm not using as dark color as I would. It's just because I don't want to make any harsh brows. I want them look pretty natural, and I have quite good brows as naturally, so I have only one tiny blank spot there and then not so much hair in here, so I just need to just slightly even out my brows, and that's pretty much it. So again, I don't mind having this little spot in here. I don't have need to fill up and make everything even, so I always admire the people who have birthmarks and uneven skin tones and everything, like the hyperpigmentation and melasma and everything. So to me it looks like there is some kind of character in the person, and I'm always sorry if someone feels the need to cover up like freckles or something like that, because for me they look perfect and interesting, and it's something I never want to cover up. I understand there are situations that some might want to even out the skin a little bit, but especially during these no makeup days, this is pretty much everything. And as eyeshadow, I'm only using today this Bobbi Brown Longwear eyeshadow stick. This is an old one, but I really love this. When I do this, I just want a little bit of light on my eyelid, and that's all. And I only use this on my eyelid to my natural crease, which will of course be hidden. This is like the magic trick. Eyeshadow, no eyeshadow. So eyeshadow is done, and then I just use a liner to give some kind of darkness to my eyes, because they are a bit small, to the smaller side. So I want, again, I'm using H&M pencils. I don't understand why someone wants to use 20 euros to a pencil when you can get a great one in like 7 euros or 8 euros. So, and again, I don't want to have harsh lines, so I just, these are so soft that you can be quite light-handed on these ones. And while I do this, I kind of blend it all already to the champagne shade, so I don't need to blend it anymore. So this is the easiest possible makeup. So I have now curled my lashes and put a little bit of mascara on. I think I have pretty decent lashes, so I rarely do false lashes on everyday basics, so that's not for me. And on lips, I'm going to use this new Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy, I think. Yeah, it's the pink one which just came out. Again, I was in Stockholm, so I just grabbed this. Strange this thing is, I haven't tried the white one. I have the original one, and I feel like this is a bit more thin, but it lasts a tiny bit longer, maybe, I wouldn't say, but it's really interesting. So I really enjoy this, and as with like this no makeup look, this is more natural to me than the slightly brownish orangey kind of tone, so I really enjoy this. So I hope you enjoyed this no makeup look. Well, you know what to do if you want to see my videos in the future. So have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.